Welcome back to another week in my life. My name is Brianna, and this vlog is really honestly like split up over probably about a month. I've just been so sick and couldn't do a lot, so these were the random days when I felt good enough. So it'll be really exciting, and we finally got to hear the heartbeat of our little baby, so that was super exciting, and we're super excited to find out the gender in a couple weeks. Okay, going into this will be our second midwife appointment. The first one was more just like getting to know us, but I believe we're gonna be able to hear the heartbeat today, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, should hopefully be good. Doing some tests. I don't know what's all gonna entail, but yeah, we're gonna go see. It'll be exciting to hear the heartbeat and go in. So we actually didn't get to hear the heartbeat at that second appointment because just her Doppler didn't read it that early. But don't worry, keep watching. I will show the appointment where we actually got to hear the heartbeat for the first time. So this day I just started out by putting away some groceries, I believe from the day before. And then I got into making some crepes for breakfast because crepes are just so delicious and I've been craving them a lot this pregnancy. I think one of the reasons why I have been craving crepes is because I've been wanting strawberries in them. So of course I have to smash up some strawberries to put into the crepes. And here are the finished product. Also, I have switched over to disposable. I've had the hardest time. I've still been really sick and getting dishes clean. So we switched over to disposables to help with that. And speaking of dishes, here is a video of me actually doing some dishes, which is kind of a little random day because it really has been a big thing. And so any other mamas that just struggle with it, I am totally with you. It's a big struggle. Also, ignore this camera shot. Apparently the little thing from the blinds is hanging down, and I didn't realize that before, but yeah. Also feeding my sourdough start, and I've not really made anything sourdough since being pregnant because I've just been so sick and nothing sourdough has tasted or sounded good. So I have been kind of trying to revive it, and it has been a struggle to kind of get it back to where it was. So on this day, I started out, I believe I was trying to make biscuits and gravy. I'm pretty sure. And biscuits and gravy are always yummy and always worth it, I believe. So I want to do a little garden tour, and I believe I really wasn't feeling that good this day, but I really want to do a little garden update. So I'll do a little voiceover for this. So here are the strawberries. You can see they're growing nice and big. There's been no flowers, but hopefully we'll get some next year. We'll come over here next to the pepper plant, and I actually got quite a few peppers off this plant this year. I don't know if I showed it in this video or whatever, but I finally kind of got back into eating breakfast burritos. So even those, you can see my corn. I self-pollinate all these, and we got a lot of corn off as well. And I wish it tasted better, but vegetables have still been hard with pregnancy. You can see there's been a lot of squash everywhere. We have a lot of these green tomatoes. They will never turn red. These are just like straight green tomatoes and are still really yummy. It's sometimes kind of trippy, but you kind of get used to like the color of when they're ripe and not. You can just see we have this squash plant grew up the tree, and it's just been crazy. It is one of the ones from the mulch bin that randomly came up. So pretty cool how it looks now. So I also want to show you guys my indoor basil plant. I've gotten a lot of leaves off this year and made a lot of different sauces with it. Also, here's another mulch bin squash that came up totally on its own. I've gotten a lot of pumpkins, and here's some cute shots of Mason playing in it. He loves running through it. Actually, he just loves running and has the cutest little leap ever. But I've picked a lot of pumpkins. You can see I have some in here, but as of now, actually, I've picked a lot, and this plant's actually grown a whole lot bigger, so I'm going to show an update, maybe in the next video of it. I actually totally forgot that this is actually the shot where I cut the first pumpkin, and I put it in the front yard. My zucchini did not work out, sadly, this year. It was like in the back of my garden, and the sprinkler did not get at it, and at the beginning of pregnancy, I was doing really good at watering it, but then I got so sick and just didn't get out there, and it kind of died. I was really sad, but my mom had some, so I was cutting it up to shred it, and then I just put it into the freezer, and I can use it in like zucchini bread and other little baked goods like that throughout the winter. After I got the zucchini done, I started making some pumpkin cookies. I had some leftover pumpkin, some from pumpkin pancakes, because I've been craving pumpkin pancakes a lot for a couple of weeks. So I was making those up with the leftover pumpkin, and this just was part of the fall spirit. You gotta have your pumpkin cookies when you decorate. So y'all, speaking of breakfast burritos, this is where I was making them. So this was not one of the peppers from my plant, it was from my mom's garden. But it just started out by cutting up a little pepper, and then I just cooked this with a little bit of salt and pepper. Sometimes I put cheese into the eggs, a lot of times I don't, just depending on my level of nausea and kind of how I'm feeling. So here's my lunch for this day. It was a homemade like chicken noodle lentil soup that I had left over from the dinner the night before. So later that night, I decided to make some brown sugar muffins for us to have for breakfast. It has been so nice to finally feel good enough to be doing more baking and all that. It has definitely been rough through pregnancy where I've been so sick and I haven't been able to, and it's definitely a blessing, and I hope that I can keep doing it. I was also really excited because this was one of the best nights I felt in a long time, and one of the biggest projects that's been just getting me so mad that I could not do is our storage room. I've been really wanting to go through a bunch of old bins I had of craft supplies and different things and just go through everything. I finally was able to go through and get a bunch of it done, and it just felt so nice and fulfilling, and I'm just so excited about it. So this day we got quite a lot of rain, so I had to get some of these beautiful shots of it coming down. While it was raining, I was making some shoyu Hawaiian chicken for dinner, which is so yummy and one of our favorites here. Hey, I wanted to give a little update. I don't think I really filmed anything before, so I'll explain. So we went in for another midwife appointment today. I think this vlog, I'm including part of the last one. I don't even know, like, the footage or whatever. It's been hard to film, you guys. I've, like, really wanted to. It's been rough. The last few days, I've finally been feeling, like, somewhat decent, so hopefully it stays that way. I would love it a lot. It'd be such a blessing. Anywho, so we had our midwife appointment, and last time we went, we had hoped to hear the baby's heartbeat, but it was too early for our midwife's Doppler, but we got to hear it today, so here it is.
That right is the baby moving. There it is. That's your baby. Oh, it's not reading it right now. It's not reading it correctly. No, it isn't. It's in the 140s. Okay. 140 beats per minute. That is totally good and normal. Oh, where'd you go?
Well, it's alive and kicking.
Yeah.
I don't know if we showed in the footage or not, but so you can hear it. Sorry. We could hear it, and then the baby's also moving a lot, and so it was super, super cute. To hear that as well, the baby all moving around. Baby has been, I think, definitely moving. I don't know if I've quite felt it yet. It's so hard, I feel like, with your first to know, like, because I feel like there's a lot of stretching going on down there, like in my tummy area, and or like there's gas going on, so it's like I don't know, like, if I feel the kicking yet or if it's something else. But it was exciting for that update. Baby is healthy, everything seems to be good. Yeah, feeling pretty excited about all that. Also a little, like, pro-pregnancy tip, or even in general. So Logan's been sick, so I've been afraid I'm gonna get sick because everyone says you're more likely when you're pregnant to get sick. And I have been taking, as soon as he got sick, I took zinc and then NAC. NAC is pretty hard to find. The best place, the only place I can find it is Walmart.com. I can't find it in person, but Walmart.com. Was able to get it from there. So I was taking one of those every day, and then gargling colloidal silver every day as well, and I didn't get sick. And they even took my blood work, and not my blood work, the urine test, and I'm not sick either. So anyone that's pregnant or not, doesn't want to get sick, get those stuff. It's amazing. I'm just super happy to not be sick because I've already felt sick enough. Honestly, the last 2 weeks have been miserable, super bad. I've just been, like, really, really sick. The sickest I have been all pregnancy and throwing up a lot, and I hadn't really thrown up. I'd been super nauseous all day sickness, whole entire pregnancy, but it's been a lot better the last few days. So yeah, where the last 2 weeks I was, like, throwing up a lot. Still waking up with morning sickness, but it's been going away, so that's been good. So pretty happy with that. Happy that baby is healthy and growing. So yeah, we'll be getting an ultrasound in a few weeks and finding out the gender, so that'll be exciting.